Okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I sincerely and honestly thank everyone who have attended, who is attending this session, and especially trying to figure out how we can build legacies and utilize the month of Ramadan as a legacy building exercise for us as Muslim professionals. So let me go into the presentation, and it's going to be very simple, nothing sophisticated here. Can you see the presentation now?
Yeah, yes.
Yep.
Right,
Or you
inshallah.
can put it in the presentation mode.
Yeah, I will. Okay, I think now it's better, right? All right. So thank you once again for attending this pre-Ramadan legacy workshop. Actually, in this workshop, we're going to briefly discuss about how you can design your legacy, how you can build your Sadaqah Jariyah project. And this is definitely not a nasiha type of session. It's not about how you can prepare yourself for Ramadan, because Ramadan is coming soon, is less than a month ahead. And although this has nothing to do about Ramadan planning, but I have a gift for you. There is a Ramadan planner and daily routine for your productivity, how you can utilize your time and maximize the time you have in Ramadan so that you can make it better for your ibadah and your spiritual upliftment. And the planner has these 3 pages. You can decide what to do. You can set your goals, your daily goals. You can have your checklist. You can check whatever you have done. And also like a planner or a daily routine, which you can follow, and you can put yourself on track. Let me share with you the link
The
here.
link, exactly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to say that.
I'm going to share the link here. Where is it? Okay, where is the message box? Okay, chat box. Okay, did you get it now? I sent it in the chat box.
Yeah. It's in the chat.
You
Yeah,
got
it's
it?
there.
All
Thank you.
right.
Yeah,
All right. So
thank you.
you can download this Ramadan planner, and if there's any confusion about the planner, you can ask me. It's very simple. Once you see it, you can use it for yourself. Like it has all the things that you need to plan about your Quran recitation, about your hadith for the day, your meals, what you're going to take, your daily water intake for Ramadan, the dua list that you have in your Ramadan, and what are the things that you've learned on that day, your personal development goals, your professional development goals, and also a checklist for the nawafil, the ibadah that you want to do, and also some barakah practices that you think you should be doing. And if there is any certain book or Sira book that you want to read, you can put it in your planner, and also your exercise, and everything here. And this is a daily routine on the right side. The page 3 is how you can you can dedicate your time for each, how you can design your day based on the prayers. So there's a like Fajr prayer. So right after Fajr prayer, you can, if you have enough time before you go to your office, you can sit at the masjid so that you don't miss the ajr of Umrah. And after that, you can start your daily work. And also before your Zohar prayer, you can get many chunk of your things done. And likewise, as you follow on, you can put the time here on the blank space here, and you can design your day according to the routine. Even if there is any confusion and any question with regards to the routine, you can just drop me a message. Inshallah, I'll be happy to explain. It's very simple, inshallah. Well, and Ramadan is approaching, so we often ask ourselves, what will I do more of in this Ramadan? But the real question for a lasting impact is, what will continue after I'm gone? Like once the Ramadan is gone, once, let's say, a few years later, we have left this world, what is the impact that I'm leaving behind? What is a legacy that I will be able to leave behind for the generations to come, for the people who would come behind me. Because, I mean, we all came here in this world, and we are definitely destined to leave the world, and our akhirah is the final destination. But this world is uh, is a place of trial where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed us here for a certain reason. And one of the reasons that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent us to this in this world is that we are to act as the Khalifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And being the Khalifa, being the vicegerent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are actually responsible to act according to Allah's wills and also establish certain impact or create certain impact that will make the world better for the future generation. And that is the question, like, how can I make this world better for the future generation? How can I create an impact in the community, in the Muslim community? So we are not actually here to elevate our ranks or not only to establish a wealth of fortune, but at the same time, this wealth of fortune, if it benefits more people, hundreds of thousands of people after me, that would be the real wealth that would keep me rewarding even after I have left this world, even if after I am no more in this world, but then my legacy will last longer. So by the end of this workshop, we're just trying to understand what legacy truly means for a Muslim professional. And we are trying to identify the right type of legacy project for you, because we might come from different backgrounds, because not everyone is going to be software engineer. And alhamdulillah, the participants here, most of them are engineers. This, I can say it's a coincidence, but it was an open workshop, and anyone would be able to come and join me. Like if you are a legal practitioner, if you are a doctor, then your legacy project could be different from an engineer. So likewise, like, we have to identify the right type of legacy project that suits you, that suits your interest and your capacity and your skills and your expertise. So, and at the same time, this workshop, we're going to find out how we can draft a sustainable legacy project, a legacy blueprint, which can realistically be built and which will last on its own, inshallah. So we have been talking about legacy, like I've been talking about legacy in my post. And what is legacy? Actually, legacy is an aman, as I mentioned, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us as a khalifa, as the vicegerent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, khalifatullah fil ard. And there at the same time, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in the hadith that kullukum ra'in, all of you are responsible. وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ, and we are all are to be answered. We have to be responsible for our the task that we have been entrusted on. So legacy is just likewise, it is a trust, and we will have to answer that trust, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us with unique skills, with valuable experiences, with leadership abilities, and these are not given to us by accident. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has his own plans, and he knows what is best suited for me. That's why he has granted me those skills, and that's why he has granted you those skills and those expertise. And if you can utilize your skills and your expertise to the best of your ability to establish an impact for the Muslim community, to establish something that is itself going to reward yourself after your death, and also going to benefit the Muslim community, and that is going to be the real legacy that you can build. And definitely it's not by accident, it is part of the plan that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has in his eternal wisdom. And when it comes to legacy, definitely the first thing comes to our mind is the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which says that when a person dies, إِذَا مَاتَ الْإِنسَانِ إِنْقَطَعَ عَمَلُهُ إِلَّا مِنْ ثَلَاثٍ. When a person dies, all his deeds end except three: the ongoing charity, or sadaqah jariyah, beneficial knowledge, and a righteous child who prays for him. Sadaqah jariyah, we know sadaqah jariyah can be any project. Usually it's defined as waqaf or sadaqah or any sustainable or perpetual charity or any project that lasts itself. And beneficial knowledge is also very well known. Like there have been many scholars throughout Islamic history who have written hundreds and thousands of treatises, hundreds and thousands of books, which benefited people even until today, like thousands of years later. So these are all beneficial knowledge, and these have been shaping the Muslim community throughout the centuries. Likewise, a righteous child, when a person dies, his child, his children, his offspring pray for him, and the reward goes to him in his grave. So legacy is actually not optional. It's a designed responsibility. And that's why Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has emphasized on this legacy building. Uh, so legacy is not only sadaqah jariyah, not only beneficial knowledge. These are all parts of legacy. It's also how you raise your children, how you raise your community, how your parenting is affecting your future generations. These are also part of your legacy. We'll go into a few examples, inshallah. But there's another hadith which actually uh, is really helpful to understand. This from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna mimma yalhaqul mu'min min amalihi wa hasanatihi ba'da mawtihi ilman 'allamahu wa nasharahu wa waladan salihan tarakahu ومصحفا ورثه أو مسجدا بناه أو بيتا لابن السبيل بناه أو نهرا أجراه أو صدقة أخرجها من ماله في صحته وحياته يلحقه من بعد موته." So here Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave example of uh, few examples of legacies, of few examples that will last your reward even after your death. And this includes, the hadith says that the reward of the good deeds that will reach a believer after his death are knowledge. Ilman allamahu, knowledge that he has taught someone. Wa nasharu, that he has spread it for others. Like as in the previous hadith, we said beneficial knowledge, right? So this is it. Wa waladan salihan tarakahu, and a righteous child, which has been mentioned in the previous hadith as well, that he left behind. Wa waladan salihan tarakahu, a righteous child he left behind. Wa mushafan warathahu, and a mushaf, a copy of the Quran that he leaves as a legacy. That means anything that is beneficial for the community, for the ummah, be it a mushaf or a knowledge or anything that benefits the community. أو مسجدا بناه, or a masjid that he built. أو بيتا لابن السبيل بناه, or a house that he built for wayfarers or travelers. أو نهرا أجراه, or a river or a canal that he digs so that people can drink water from it and can use it for irrigation, that people can benefit from it. أو صدقة أخرجها, and charity that he takes out from his wealth. في صحته, while he is healthy. وحياته, in his life. يلحقه من بعد موته, that the rewards will reach him even after his death. So this hadith is a bit explanatory that what sort of projects could be included in legacy, but this is not exclusive. I mean, like these are not the only legacy projects that are applicable in the society. Rather, it's a vast option. The option is quite open, and you can build your legacy with anything that is with your expertise and skills that is going to improve the lives of other people. Now, coming to the question, why Ramadan is the moment when we can actually build our legacy. It's very simple, because Ramadan, our hearts are very soft. Our hearts are softened. Ramadan, we are actually more motivated to do good deeds. We have deeper connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The whole community is focused on ibadah. The whole community is focused on being a better Muslim. Like the environment itself, people around you will inspire you and motivate you to become a better person, become a better Muslim, a better contributor to your community. And at the same time, Ramadan, the rewards are multiplied. The rewards are multiplied in abundance. And this is the best time when we refurbish ourselves, when we purify ourselves, when we renew our intentions so that we can become better persons, better Muslims for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why legacy, if we start building a legacy, if we start thinking about building a legacy in this month of Ramadan, inshallah, from the barakah of Ramadan, we hope that it's going to help us in multiple ways. And legacy is what truly remains. Although after 30 days of fasting, Ramadan will come to an end. So that's why it's very important that we keep this in our intention, we keep this in our foresight, in our plans, and we start thinking about building a legacy. So why actually we can't build a legacy, or what's actually stopping us from becoming a person to start a project or building a legacy? The hidden struggle of a successful man are actually, we feel like we are often too busy with our careers. If you're working, if you're on a job, you're under pressure. You're always under the pressure of completing your KPIs. And then often we don't have time for our family. We don't have time to think about social charity works, social projects. And like for busy people, financial stability is, sometimes an issue. Like, okay, I want to start it, but not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe when I have more savings. So usually we try to delay a bit for the right time or the right season, or maybe the right opportunity for us. And also sometimes, we also try to like focus on things that distracts us from building a legacy, that the plan that we initially had. So this is actually a quite common struggle for many Muslim professionals. They're successful in their careers, they're financially stable and secured, but at the same time, they're actually not sure how to start building a legacy project, and they're not sure how to align their skills with their legacy. So basically, this workshop is trying to solve that problem and trying to give you a starter point where you can start thinking about your legacy. So that's why when we ask why legacy stays stuck, the common trap that hindered the progress is waiting for a perfect moment, or believing that impacts only come from large financial donations, like not knowing that even your small contribution can change people, your small contribution can create an impact. Sometimes you don't even, and we don't understand how it can create others' lives. And also trying to do everything alone without support, because when you're alone, you might not get like support, even like nasiha, or even a better plan to help you, even an easier solution that can solve your problems. Sometimes this comes from a community that helps each other. And therefore, most of the time, although we have a plan to do something for the community, it doesn't really actualize, it doesn't really happen, because the support system is incomplete. So just wanted to share with you what is legacy and what is not legacy. Legacy is actually not random, not unstructured volunteering. Let's say today I work for a Muslim community project, and then once the project is complete, I am not involved with the project anymore, or I'm not involved with anything else. So this is one of type of service. So this is not actually legacy, but this is contribution to the community. And also legacy is not like burnout inducing charity work. That means you're just working for the charity and you don't know exactly where the charity work is going, what is the destiny, what are the objectives, what are the goals of this charity. You're just helping people. You're going to get reward for that, of course, inshallah. But if that charity work has a goal, has an objective, let's say if it's an education project and you have an objective to educate poor people so that they can start building their own business, that means you're creating a ripple effect. You're helping people to upskill them, and they're upskilled. When they are upskilled, they can start their own business, they can start their own entrepreneurship, and they can create a better impact in the economy, better impact in the community. So this is a planned work. Likewise, legacy is also not emotional overcommitment without a plan. So it's rather structured and it is sustainable. Your legacy is sustainable and long term, and it is also based on purpose. So just wanted to have your opinion here. Legacy builders who shape the world. Maybe you can participate in the discussion. You can share your opinion. Do you recall anyone who you think built a legacy that the community has benefited from? The floor is yours.
Yes, I have one. My brother Tawfiq.
Yeah, who is it, brother?
I remember when I was very young, I used to watch some video cassette of Sheikh Ahmed Didat. You know
Yeah,
Sheikh Ahmed Didat?
of course, yeah. Sheikh Ahmed Didat,
Yeah, Sheikh
mashallah.
Ahmed Didat is one of the person that actually I used to watch his preaching when I was young. All the debate he had with so many powerful missionaries and other things. At least he has left a legacy that this legacy is working. I remember some few years ago when I visit Cape Town in South Africa, I visit some of the mosques and places he used to preach. There is a lot of change. A lot of black people in South Africa has embraced Islam because of his way of teaching. He
Mm.
has a one particular way of teaching how he can, preach and make you to understand the concept of Islam. As we all know around the globe now, people think that Islam is all about terrorism. Islam is all about killing people. Islam is all about making people or denying people their right, but he has a particular way that he can teach, preach, and convince a lot of people to become Muslims, which I think is one of the famous people. I learned a lot from him by watching some of his
Mm.
videos and some little video clips. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. Sheikh Ahmed Didat is, of course, one of the stalwarts of Islamic Dawah. And in fact, Dr. Zakir Naik is one of his students. He's a student of Sheikh Ahmed Didat. And Sheikh Ahmed Didat, when he was very ill, before he passed away, Dr. Zakir Naik went to see him. So he couldn't talk, but he made the sort of like ishara, indications. And his son understood what he said and he wrote it down. And he said that what Sheikh Ahmed Didat did in 40 years, Zakir Naik could do it in 4 years. So, of course, without Sheikh Ahmed Didat, Zakir Naik wouldn't have been Zakir Naik. So that's why, I mean, as you mentioned, Sheikh Ahmed Didat is truly a legacy builder. Uh, Thank you for mentioning his name because he's definitely a big mentor for anyone in the field of da'wah. Yes, I think anyone else want to contribute? Brother Abdul Quddus?
Yeah, Al-Imam Nawawi, alayhi rahmatullah.
Yeah, of course. MashaAllah. Yeah.
Uh, so virtually every mosque now they read one of his collection, which is
Riyadh al-Salihin.
thank you very much, Riyadh
Yeah.
Salihin, and also the beginning of the book of Iman, which is Al-Baran al-Nawawi. So
Mm,
he left a very good legacy, and
of course. Yeah.
within a very short time, he lived for how many years? 45 years. So which is
Yeah.
kind of very, very astonishing legacy. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. True. Very true. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. All these scholars of the Muslim world, I mean, those who lived hundreds of years ago, they uh, like contributed immensely for Islamic knowledge, the science, the ulum. Yeah. Anyone else would like to mention uh, their opinion about legacy builders? Brother, Brother Nasir or Brother Aftab, Brother Fuad. The floor is yours. You can mention anyone.
Yeah, actually, uh, there are actually a lot more which I can think, but I can specifically mention one personality who has inspired me. His name is Ghiyasuddin Babu Khan, not very popular in the entire world, but he's popular in Hyderabad, India. and he has done a lot of charitable work, and uh, he also started an educational institution called Hyderabad Institute of Excellence, in which I was a student.
Mm.
So this particular organization, and even before building this particular organization, he has done a lot more before that, like for the past 30 years. So these are the kind of people who have left a legacy in this world, which are ongoing even after they have left this world. So that's something very inspiring, because in this institution they not only teach the skills of this world, but also about our deen and everything in between. So yeah, that's something inspiring to me personally.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Actually, there are many people who we don't know, but they have contributed so much in their community, and the whole community are indebted to their contributions. Uh, Once Brother Aftab was talking about Sheikh Babu Khan, it reminded me of person in, I think he is in Pakistan, maybe he established a few hospitals, but he himself is a very poor person. He just raised funds. He was a very poor person. He doesn't even have handsome savings, but somehow he did it. So I forgot his name. He has been featured in many newspapers. And there are actually lots of people who are unknown to the community, but they have their own contributions. Anyone would like to add anyone's name here? Anyone to add any more legacy builders, you know? Right. Actually, there were a lot, hundreds and thousands of people in the Muslim community who have built legacies, and with their legacies, we are now currently today where we are. Of course, like Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, he is known as the father of fiqh. He was the one who has contributed a lot to the science of jurisprudence, and also he was one of the pioneer administrators in the history of the Muslim world, in the history of the entire world itself, because he was one uh, who established the postal services and the and his rule was totally unique. And mashallah, he is a truly legacy builder. And likewise, Osman ibn Affan, just one example of Osman ibn Affan, radiallahu anhu, is his charitable contribution of the uh, well of Ruma, uh, Bir Ruma, right? So he in Medina, they had some issue with water crisis, and he bought the well of Ruma, and he donated the well to the Muslim community, and they started drinking from it. The well actually originally was owned by a Jewish person, so he bought the well at a higher price. The Jew uh, didn't want to sell it, and he asked for a very high price, while Usman radiallahu anhu didn't even bargain with him. He just bought it from that Jew, and he donated the whole well for the Muslim community, and there's benefited from the well by drinking water from it, and also for irrigation. And until today, that well is contributing fruits uh, like for charitable works. And Ar-Rajahi, uh, in his bank, the Bank Al-Rajahi, they have opened a bank account for Osman ibn Affan, so that the proceeds from that uh, uh, the project of the well of Ruma, which is now irrigating thousands of acres of land, and thousands of date trees, which is producing dates, and the rewards, the proceeds from the trees are now currently contributing to charities across the globe. So even current now, it's very surprising that Osman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu has a bank account in Al-Rajahi Bank, which until today contributes to the charity works in the Muslim community. There is even a hotel which is built from this charity project in Medina. So this is the impact of legacy. When your niyyah, when your intention is pure, when our intention is pure, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants so much barakah that even until thousands of years later, people benefit from it, and the reward keeps on continuing. Likewise, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, he established such a justice system in his community that at once there was actually no one who would be able to receive zakat in his community, and they would have to send the zakat to other regions, although he only reigned for 2 years and a few months. So within this short time, he changed his community, he changed the economy of his people. There's another great woman named Fatima al-Fihri. You might have heard of her. She was the one who inherited a vast amount of wealth from her father, and then she donated that wealth to establish world's first university, the University of Qarawine, which is in Fez, Morocco. And until now, until today, 1,100 years ago, 1,100 years ago, the university was established, and until today, it's educating thousands of students every year. So this is the impact of legacy, how it shapes the community. We know about architect Sinan. His architecture designs have shaped the Muslim history, civilization, and we still follow his designs and his theories in design work when it comes to architect. And there are more you have mentioned. So now we are going to do a brief exercise here, and I hope you're going to be with me, inshallah, for the exercise. It's good if you can have your paper and pens. So we are going to design your legacy framework here so that you can build impact. So your legacy is actually built on your core skills, what the community needs, how you can build it sustainable, and what uh, it's not going to deal with. So basically, this is the framework that you are going to use this framework to design your own legacy uh, project, inshallah. So let's draft your legacy project. Take your paper and pen, and let's do this simple exercise here. Are you ready? We're just going to take a few minutes to do this exercise. Are you with me? Are you ready for it?
Yes.
All right. So the first part is we're going to identify your core skills. Uh, take a piece of paper and write down these questions and answer it. Like, what do people already come to you for advice or help? Like, that means what's your core skill? What you are expert in? What have you done consistently for 10 plus years that feels natural? That means you have expertise in a niche. You have established yourself as an expert in a certain area. And what is that area? What skill do you possess that feels easy to you but valuable to others? So there's something that you are expert that's naturally easy for you, but people want you to help them with that skills. So you can write this down, write that skill, which people often go to you for, seek advice from you, which you think it's very inherent in yourself and you find it very easy. You're very passionate about it, and you're very happy to suggest people around that area and provide them your ideas, your expertise. Okay, have we identified our core skills? Are we done with this? You can drop a message if you don't want to speak, but uh, if you're done with this, then we can move on to the next part. Who is done with it? Brother Fuad, Brother Nasir, Brother Aftab, Brother Nasiru. Should we move on?
Yes, that's a small question, but a very difficult one to answer.
Yeah, please. So this is about identifying your core skills. If there's anything that you consider yourself an expert in it, and people feel very comfortable to uh, ask you for that support, then you can write it down. Okay, should we move on?
Yes.
All right, anyone else here? All right, so the second question now, identify the beneficiary. Who would benefit from it most? So once we have identified the skill, now you need to find out who is your beneficiary. Like, who are your beneficiaries? Are those people, young people looking for guidance, or professionals in your field who need specialized suggestions from you, or people who need specific support, or community leaders needing strategic advice? Who are your beneficiaries, or who are your target audience? Who do you help? Yeah. Okay. Are we done with this? Brother Nasir, Brother Fawad, Sheikh Nasiru. Should we move on?
Yes, we can move on.
All right. All right. So first we identified our skills, then we identified our beneficiaries. Now we are looking for a model, a sustainable format, which would last, so that uh, you don't have to be in your project. You can be on your project. That can that your project would run smoothly even without you. You can just supervise it, or you can uh, uh, run it with your support system, with people around you. So this is how you need to find out a sustainable model. Uh, Now, how do you want to run this project? How do you want to help people, your beneficiaries, so that you don't have to be overwhelmed, and you don't have to spend 100% of your time and effort on it, so that you can work on it while you're working on your original job or your main profession or main business? Then how can you start it as a side hustle, uh, and you can develop this? So this can be sort of like weekly programs, or knowledge platform, or mentorship training program. It can be anything within your own field. So since you know your skills, since you know your beneficiaries, you can choose a model that is going to help them, and while you can uh, like supervise it, and you can start it as a side hustle or a side project, and then you can move forward with it. Okay, and we are just moving forward. Now is the sustainability test. So how can we make sure that the legacy project endures? How many hours per month can you actually commit without burnout? That means like whether it's weekly, 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, without your burning out, without losing your main focus from your main job. And what specific factors would cause you to quit this project? Let's say if it's going to take too much of your effort, then at one stage you will lose your motivation. You will lose the inspiration to contributing to this project. So that's why it's going to, you might be quitting. So, and what are the boundaries that you must protect to ensure its longevity and your well-being? So make sure your project, because everyone's project is going to be different. Everyone's core skills are different. Everyone's target audiences are different. So that's why if you try this exercise, you can look for a way where you won't have to burn out yourself to run a side project or run a legacy project. Okay. I think, is this clear so far?
Yes, yes.
All right. So far, no questions, right? All right. Now, just take a moment to appreciate your work. Now you have your clear initial direction for your legacy project, and you can make it a realistic and sustainable format in your mind, and an awareness of potential risks to its sustainability, so that you don't have to quit it after a few sessions or after a few weeks. So this is just a first step to find out how you can design your initial project, your initial legacy project. So it can be anything. If you're a software engineer, you can think of developing an apps that can help Muslims. Maybe you can look for certain beneficiaries. Let's say if you're, uh, you know that there are people, there are youth in your community who need support in terms of finding jobs. Maybe you can uh, connect them with the right people who has information to the job, or who has job offerings, or who knows how to work remotely. There can be system that you can find out yourself. So based on your skills, you need to look at the problem and solve that problem in a way so that it's more sustainable, so that you don't have to work in the problem, in the project regularly, and so that you're not burnt out. So now the question is that why still most people don't actually build legacy projects, although they want to or they love to. Uh, that's mostly because of your community, your environment. Most of the time, we are not motivated by people around us. Well, we start a project, and after a while, when we lose contacts with people around us, and we are just on our project, we are distracted from the motivation. So once we are distracted, our motivation fades away, and we just lose the focus, and that's how it stops. It's not only for legacy project, it's for almost everything that we plan. So it is also said that by the second Friday of the year, January, second Friday of January, you have a goals in the early January, but by second Friday, you forget your goals and you go back to your previous status. So that is the main problem. It's motivation, the lack of motivation. We are not structured to organize the vision. We are not, we don't have the accountability system, which is going to help us be on track. And also the guidance, the community of like-minded people, like-minded builders. So the main obstacle here is we are actually burning out, and we are losing the focus. And uh, actually, this is something that I'm building soon. It's called the Muslim Legacy Blueprint, and it's going to be a 4-week mentored experience designed exclusively for Muslim men who are serious about building, not just thinking about their sadaqah jariyah. So this is actually a simple program in 4 weeks. We're going to help refine the legacy project from concept to action plan, build a 90-day blueprint for the legacy projects, build a robust launch blueprint with clear next steps, and how to design it with personalized mentorship and direct feedback, and also how to be part of a community who are going to be accountable to each other, and also make it a sustainable project so that it does not burn out, or you don't have to quit after a few weeks or after a few months. So this project is this legacy building Muslim legacy blueprint is actually for professional Muslim men who are already successful in their professional fields, and they're serious about designing and implementing Sadaqah Jariyah, and they're ready to take decisive action before Ramadan begins. Just want a sneak peek into the program. I can share with you the document here. And also, I would love you to read it because I want to discuss with you about the project, and so that you can share your opinion about it. Let me just share with you the link. Okay, here it is online. I just shared the link with you, and just wanted to share with you the journey of this 4-week program. So the link is, you can read at your own time, but this is what it's going to be about in the 4 weeks. It's going to be about to the purpose reset, where we are going to reconnect with your ultimate why, that why this legacy is so important, and why should we build a legacy and how to build it. The spiritual habits for busy professionals, how we can maximize our time, and how we can get the most out of the limited time that we have, amidst our busy professional schedule. And the family first parenting, your legacy careers, building a Muslim home that raises righteous leaders, because without our next generation trained up with our own mindset, it would be difficult for us to build a continuous legacy which will last longer. And how to build a lasting legacy. And this is about the blueprint that we talked about, how to create it, how to design it, how to launch it, and how to make it sustainable. And after these 4 weeks, we'll have a bonus session with integrated success with 90-day roadmap for the legacy project. So basically, this is a simple 4-week journey with teammates helping each other to build their own legacies. And that's going to help us together build projects which will contribute to the betterment of the Muslim community, inshallah. So I would love you to read it and share your opinion, so that you can let me know what are the areas that you want to be discussed in this 4 weeks program, or anything that you suggest me to add in this program. And I think okay. And once you read the document, you'll know more about it. And if there's any suggestion, if there's anything that you wanted included in this program, just let me know. We can brainstorm about it, because it's nothing final. It's just the pilot project that I'm starting soon. And I would love your opinions, and I would love your comments and contributions for this program as well, inshallah. So before we end, a final question for reflection, that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you, what did you design with the skills, with the expertise and the experience and the leadership that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted you, what would be your answer? Thank you so much for your time. And I think the floor is open. If you have any question, if you have anything to ask, if you have any clarity, please feel free and just let me know anything that you have concerns about. The floor is open now.
Yeah, Jazakallah khairan, brother, for hosting
No,
this session. And it was insightful, and the questions asked were simple but thought provoking. Inshallah, I'll think about it. And if possible, can you share these slides with me?
yeah,
Or
sure,
the
sure. I'll share the slides with you. No worries.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yes,
much for your
Jazakallah khairan.
support. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. I think this particular workshop really resonates with my thoughts. Um, like I said in our discussion earlier on the call, that I'm working on something, which is what really bettered the idea is that because as a Muslim that is very conscious of his religion, it happens that here in Nigeria, the female folks, that is, my wife is in the COVID as someone that is covered. Do you understand? So because Nigeria is not an Islamic country, so in the situation whereby you have the Muslim women expose their body, even to the opposite sex, that's number one, even to the non-Muslims, that's number two. So, the idea came because I happen to be a developer, and when my wife was pregnant for our second daughter, so I followed her to the clinic, and to my surprise, not even to my surprise, I knew it's something that I knew that it was a male medical practitioner that attended to her. So I was very comfortable with that. So, and that is when I began to, because with this should happen to me, it happens to a lot of people like that too. So there should be a way where this can be solved in such a way that as a very conscious Muslim, you should have preference that, okay, this I want a female medical doctor to attend to me in terms of you want to run tests with me. So that was why I felt so if I should do this, not even for me alone, because now I always ask myself if I have the skills to do this thing, if I didn't do it, because I have two daughters and even with my wife. So if I should leave them with this, with the skills that I know, it can really help them to save them from this fitna. So I should shoot something about that. So it's even one of the things that always give me the encouragement to continue building it. Yes, which is can even when I might have gone, it will be beneficial, not even for my family alone, even for the entire Muslims. So, and this particular workshop really more or less like it triggered, I think it triggered the kind of I should continue what I'm doing because I can see people we have the same thought process, the way I'm thinking, okay, this is what I want to live my life. That is what am I going to leave behind, right? I'm not an alim that is a very learned person. Do you understand? But I know that with the skills that Allah has given me, I should be able to use it to benefit the Ummah, even when I might have gone. So I really appreciate this particular workshop, and I really benefit a lot from it. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words and your support. And what you mentioned is actually truly very sad. Even in some Muslim countries, when it happens that you take your wife to the doctor and suddenly you find out the medical doctor who is checking your wife is a male. And especially when like it comes to issues like pregnancy, if the surgeon or if the midwife doctor is male, then it's like really very devastating for us actually. So this really is very sad, and sometimes people look for options to migrate to a Muslim country where they will have Muslim female doctors to check their wives. but sometimes this option is not available. So yeah, this is very frightening sometimes, but may Allah grant you the best of rewards, and also bless you for your niyyah, for your intention, and also grant you success as well, so that you can change the community, the thought process in the community.
Jazakumullah khair.
Yeah. And what solutions have you thought about this, Brother Abdul Quddus? Brother Abdul Quddus. Yeah. Are you with me? I think you're not here yet. Okay, anyway, we can move forward. Brother Nasir, do you have any suggestions or any comments?
Jazakumullah khair for this workshop. Actually, it is very beneficial. I will go through the documents and I'll contact you back.
Sure, inshallah. Sure, no worries. I will
really
share.
appreciative. Yeah.
I will share the presentation, inshallah, and also the
Yeah.
links at there, inshallah.
That would be
Really
great.
appreciative.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Brother Abdul Quddus, you're back. Yeah, so you were, we were just asking, like, what solutions have you thought about it?
About what?
About the problem that you mentioned about the male doctors.
Yes. So, yeah. So right now we are now we see at the ideating stage, which the name of the project is, we call it Diagnosis AI. So we are right now, the designer is working on a design for the mobile app. So because I happen to be a software engineer, like I said earlier, so the backend services is ready. But yeah, so we just want to take our time and then to take some survey. Yeah. So because we have diagnosis centers and we have people that can use that, so which will send us some surveys about their preference, and inshallah we'll be able to get some response from people that they are really interested about this. Yeah,
inshallah. So is that going to be something like telemedicine software or anything
yes,
like this?
that is yeah, it's something like that, but we've not gotten to that. But from part of the MVP is that let's start from where to connect the people to our diagnosis centers first. So telemedicine is part of what is the pipeline, but we it's not something we are doing right now, but it's in the pipeline. Yeah.
Inshallah, may Allah grant you success, inshallah.
Amen.
Yeah, so thank you so much for your time. You have been patient with me, and I appreciate your presence and appreciate your comments and suggestions. So with your permission, we end the session here, and I will share with you the documents, inshallah. I'll share with you the presentation as well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khair.
Wa alaikum assalam.